I did a top 5 list of the top 5 storylines of the first half. I believe one of them, number 4 might have been. I don't know. It should have been higher, I think. But running backs are impact free agents, too. Okay.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Derrick Henry did it again yesterday. He just keeps on keeping on, guys. Derrick Henry.
Scored a touchdown. I mean, set your clock to that.
Keeps on keeping on. Lamar missed 2 days of practice and then showed up and had a perfect passer rating of 158.3 in Baltimore. He did it again. It's the 4th time of his career. 16-19, 280 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. And the Ravens rebound from that loss in Cleveland. And it's a big W for them, man, because Broncos coming in just like them, 5-3, just like them winning 5 of their last 6. That's it. Now you could say, well, zoom in a little closer and you'll see a different roster. You'll see a different sense of things. You'll see one guy is coming off of his 2nd MVP season at quarterback. The other one's just a rookie going through a nice growth spurt. Sure. You could have said that, and the Broncos coming in said, well, this is a measuring stick game for us, and the Ravens grabbed the measuring stick from their hand and then beat him over the head with it. Broke it off in 2. And Zay Flowers had a nice game, 127 yards and 2 scores. He counted for 2 of the 3 touchdowns from Lamar. But in this game, Derrick Henry had his career rushing touchdown numbers 100 and 101. 5th fastest player to reach 100 career touchdowns. LaDainian did it in 93 games. Derrick Henry did it in 128. I mean, LT, good Lord.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
In terms of now, most games with 100 or more rushing yards and 2 or more rushing touchdowns in NFL history, Derrick Henry now has 21 of those. And that's tied with Emmett for 3rd most all time. 4 behind the 2 guys tied at the top, named LaDainian Tomlinson and Jim Brown. Okay. He's sitting there for $7 million a year, and the Ravens are like, we'll take him. And it's a total difference. It is a total difference. Deontay Johnson's going to start performing well. And yes, I know Zay Flowers is there and Lamar's there too. But to have this guy as an outlet and have a guy like this who's running downhill 3rd and 4th quarter action and creating business decisions, and it's going to get colder and the decisions are going to be more business-oriented down the stretch of a season where teams are going to be out of it and players are going to be thinking, really? I'm going to get in front of 22. I'm serious. And the Ravens have figured out what to do with him. I know they lost in Cleveland last week. These things happen on the road, in division, whatever. I'm not worried about the Ravens. They proved it yesterday. And you could say, well, Rich, it was just Denver. Denver was 5-3 overall and 5-1 in their last 6 games. Yeah, that's what they were. And guess what? If the Ravens can't get past the Steelers somehow, and they're sitting there in a battle for a 5 seed or whatever, guess who now has a tiebreak over Denver, who's sitting there at present 7th in the standings? Denver. Man, that Ravens-Chargers game coming up, the Har Bowl, in about a month. How big is that going to be? Because they're right now 5-6 in the standings. And obviously the Ravens have a more likely path to overtake the current division winner than the Chargers do in their division. Understood. But that's just one thing. The fact that Derrick Henry's on the Ravens is such a difference maker for this team when it all comes down to it in the playoffs, and that's exactly why Dallas should have twitched in that direction. But more on the Cowboys later on. Certainly, with the guy that they hired in the offseason instead of Derrick Henry was a healthy scratch where everybody's agreeing it would be better off if you didn't board the plane, Zeke. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.